We begin tonight with the horror discovered in Mexico. 2 Americans found shot and killed, 2 other Americans with them surviving in the same house with one of those victims killed. All 4 Americans crossing from Texas into Mexico in a minivan, coming under fire and kidnapped. U.S. and Mexican authorities launching a desperate search. The violent incident caught on surveillance. Heavily armed men could be seen pulling the Americans from the car, one seen being tossed into the back of a truck. Their white minivan, the windshield shattered, a bullet hole in the driver's side window. Mexico deploying police and armed vehicles on the streets of Matamoros. This morning, that gruesome discovery, the 2 survivors transported away in an ambulance under heavy guard back to the United States. Tonight here we have news on their conditions and why they traveled to that town in the first place. ABC's Matt Rivers leading us off. He's in Mexico tonight.
Tonight, 2 Americans have been found alive and are now back safe in the U.S. after this horrific kidnapping at gunpoint in a Mexican border city captured on video. You can see at least one of the survivors in the back of that pickup truck.
2 U.S. citizens were returned to the United States. The bodies of 2 other U.S. citizens killed in the same incident were also recovered.
A convoy transporting the 2 survivors to the border near Brownsville, Texas. This is the moment the 2 victims made it back to U.S. soil and a waiting ambulance. Tonight, Barbara Burgess tells ABC News her daughter, mother of 5, Latvia McGee, is one of the survivors.
I had to hold on. I was thinking the Lord. I said, thank you, Jesus, that there is a God.
Her mother says she has no major injuries. And tonight, the wife of McGee's friend, Eric James Williams, says he had surgery in Texas for gunshot wounds to both legs.
It was just tears of joy, I guess, that he's alive.
The other 2 members of the group, Shahid Woodward and Zindell Brown, killed during the kidnapping. Their bodies now headed back to the U.S. Tonight, Mexican officials outlining the 3-day search that led authorities to a wooden house outside of Matamoros. They say the survivors and the dead were at the same location. According to her family, McGee traveled with others from Lake City, South Carolina to Mexico to get cosmetic surgery. When the 4 crossed into Matamoros on Friday, her family says armed gunmen in body armor chased them, opening fire on their white minivan. The gunmen then kidnapping the group. A Mexican bystander also killed. Mexican officials say it was a case of mistaken identity. A source close to the investigation telling ABC News that investigators believe the gunmen may have targeted the vehicle because they wrongly believed the group of Americans were rival human traffickers.
So let's bring in Matt Rivers again tonight. Matt, we know this is an area filled with organized crime. The U.S. again warning Americans about traveling to this part of Mexico. Have authorities made any progress tonight in finding out who might be responsible for this?
And David, officials not saying if organized crime was definitively involved here, but they have detained one person they say was acting as a lookout at the house where these kidnapping suspects were ultimately found. But really, this investigation just in its infancy right now. And David, more arrests could be coming soon.
All right. Matt Rivers leading us off from Mexico City tonight. Matt, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.